My grandfather used to go to the hardware store and just buy a spool of twine, and in the backyard or at fish camp would weave and make his own salmon fishing nets. It's getting to be a lost art. There are only a few people that can make nets like this. But my grandfather, when they would make their trips down to Celilo to fish, like a lot of the other tribes that were down there, other fishermen, they would make their own nets on site to pretty much accommodate whatever size of a hoop they were using. If you were scaffold fishing, say at Celilo Falls or any of the big body water tributaries for salmon, you would use a huge hoop. Sometimes they'd be 6 feet diameter. And on the scaffolds, when you would be fishing on the scaffolds or the platforms, instead of using the type of method here where you would put your net in the water and go with the flow hoping to snare a fish, you would sit there on that platform with your net in the water, and of course it would have a huge hoop to where you'd be catching fish as the rapid and the fast moving water pushed them downstream as they were trying to make their way up over the falls or the fast moving water. So you would sit there and wait, and then pretty soon you'd feel fish in your net, and then you would pull them up. And there's a lot of old pictures of Celilo Falls or even Kettle Falls where it shows platform fishermen using those type of nets. And that's what my grandfather would do, is he would just go to the hardware store, buy some twine, and make his own nets. Again, historically, these type of nets were made from a hemp that was braided into cordage or ropes. And that type of plant is pretty rare nowadays, hard to find. So that's what we use today for making our mesh and our nets.